I declare bankruptcy!
Now we start with introduction of bankruptcy. What is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is a legal recognition of an individual debtor's inability to meet or pay his debt when they become due. It is commenced by the presentation of a bankruptcy petition to the court, and after the adjudication and receiving order, the official assignee takes over the bankrupt's affairs. What is DGI? DGI is stand for Director General of Insolvency. DGI is designed as the government official in nation's bankruptcy administration. It covers both the bankrupt property management and the debtor's action. The DGI also acts as the official receiver in which the court administers firms, one up either as a temporary liquidator or liquidator where the insolvency practitioner of the private sector is not appointed. What happens when a person declares a bankrupt? First, appoint a DGI. Second, travel ban. Third, limited credit line. Fourth, asset taken away. Fifth, employment restricted. Appoint a DGI. The DGI will monitor and manage all the assets of the individual to repay the outstanding debt. Travel ban. The bankrupt will not be allowed to travel outside the country without DGI or court permission. Limited credit line. Existing bank account will be disabled, preventing a bankrupt from withdrawing any money from their existing account. Asset taken away. The DGI must control all of the individual's assets such as individual house and car, then manage it by reselling it to repay outstanding debt. Employment restricted. In some occupations that have restrictions imposed by their professional associations or regulatory authorities, a bankrupt will not be able to work. Act of bankruptcy. First, debtor has failed to comply with a creditor's bankruptcy warning. Second, the debtor's on claim or incapacity to pay the debt. Third, to leave or remain outside the country in order to defraud or postpone the payment of creditors. Fourth, notice given orally or in writing by debtors to postpone payment of debts. 5. Make more of its creditors not to be partners and offer a proposal with its creditors for a scheme of arrangement of its affairs. 6. The bankrupt transfer his property or assign it to a trustee for the benefit of his creditors. 7. The bankrupt make fraudulent transfers of his property to avoid distribution under the law of bankruptcy. 8. Fraudulent preference to transfer any of the debtor's property to a specific lender with the intention of paying the lender in full and preference to other lenders. An individual can also be declared bankrupt without realizing it. First case is when legal document is sent to an old address. Second, bankruptcy was served as a substitute service procedure. For example, an advertisement on a local newspaper or post on the court notice board. Third, a bankrupt does not present to the court or does not receive or open any legal document sent. The effect of bankruptcy: loss of freedom, bad credit score, unable to make loan, life changes. Loss of freedom: bankrupt person cannot leave the country without permission and will be monitored their activity and action by the DGI or court. Bad credit score: it will be more difficult for you to apply loan for futures. The borrower will assume that you are the person who can fulfill the obligation to settle the debt. Unable to borrow: bank take this seriously, making it difficult even if you need to borrow money. The bank did not want to take a high risk of having a bad credit score borrower. It also reduced the risk of losses of the bank. Lifestyle changes. Bankruptcy will force you to cut down on your expense. From that, you can pay your due debt and put an effort to discharge from bankruptcy. It can change your lifestyle by affects your family, friends, and affect your career.
Why working adults went bankrupt? There are three factors of bankruptcy in individual. First, credit card. Second, personal loans. And third, poor financial literacy. The correlation between credit card debt and bankruptcy is known by many. Credit card debt is one of the leading reasons people choose to file for bankruptcy, third to job loss and medical bills. The main cause of bankruptcy among the younger generation was due to usage of credit card which exceeds their earning capability. 47% of Malaysians have high credit card debts while 38% have been identified as having personal loans, said Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) Assistant Governor Nazrul Hisham Muhammad. Nazrul Hisham said in 2017, there are more than 3,400 people between the ages of 20 and 30 sought counseling and help from the debt management and counseling agency. Young adults tend to live the fast life. When the cash is out, they max out on their credit cards. Next is personal loans. According to Director General of Insolvency Department, car loans took up to 26.63%, personal loans 25.48%, housing loans 16.87%, and lastly business loans 10.24%. Some individuals taking up personal loans to finance overseas trips, buying the latest expensive gadgets, and also holding lavish weddings. A financially unstable person wants to get married, but if the in-law asks for expensive hantaran gifts, they need the money, resulting in applying for personal loans. A survey conducted by Ringgit Plus found that 88% of Malaysians earning between 2,000 ringgit to 5,000 ringgit a month save less than 1,000 ringgit monthly. 67% of Malaysians earning between 5,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit a month save less than 1,000 ringgit monthly. And lastly, 31% of Malaysians earning above 10,000 ringgit a month save less than 1,000 ringgit monthly. Nearly a third of Malaysians who earn more than 10,000 ringgit a month and widely considered as a high-income group, but they did not even save 10% of their salaries. On the other hand, 2/3 of Malaysians who earn 5,000 ringgit to 10,000 ringgit a month also save less than 1,000 ringgit a month. And lastly is poor financial literacy. Many young Malaysians are going bankrupt, and it's all because of poor financial literacy, says Finance Minister Lim Guang Eng in a report by The Star. A study by S&P Global Literacy Financial in 2014 reported that financial literacy rate in Malaysia is only at 36% compared with 59% in developed countries. The low financial literacy rate is among the factors that have contributed towards high levels of debt, including worrying bankruptcy problems among youth. A survey conducted by Bank Negara Malaysia shows that many Malaysians are still unable to make responsible financial decisions for their own well-being. It has been reported that an astounding 90% of rural households do not have any savings at all. For urban households, 86% have zero savings.
More than 75% of Malaysians said it was a challenge to raise 1,000 ringgit cash in the event of an emergency.
How to avoid bankruptcy? First, you need to discuss with your creditor. Second, look for consumer credit counseling. Third, pay your way out of debt. Fourth, sell your asset. And lastly, get help from family and friends. First, discuss with creditor. Make sure your creditor know your financial condition. Maybe they can help you to reduce your burden by reducing monthly payment or interest rate. We have two types of creditor. First, secure creditor. Secure creditor is a person that loan you money with condition if you fail to repay, they have right to one of your property. Second is unsecured creditor. Unsecured creditor is a person who does not have direct claim on the debtor's property. Second, look for consumer credit counseling. The Consumer Credit Counseling and Debt Management Agency, also known as AKPK. They also can work with your creditors to discuss about your debt management plan to help you to repay your debt, usually over 3 to 5 years. AKPK also have provide program which is debt management program. This program will develop a personal debt repayment plan. Third, sell your asset. Sell whatever you can spare and use the money to pay off your debts. Take action immediately when you notice you can't afford to make payments. If you wait until you are behind on the payments, it may be too late to get carved out and avoid further action from your creditors. You can sell your furniture, jewelry, electronics and etc. Is this a radical way to avoid bankruptcy? Perhaps many people can't get past the inconvenience of living without their things, but you can adjust and it's only temporary. It will help you to avoid bankruptcy and spare your credit. This may help you to avoid bankruptcy and help you to get back your loan repayment. It may be a good solution for you. Normally, borrowing money from family and friends is a bad idea. It's been known to create hardship and even end the relationship. Take your time to calculate how much money you need to avoid bankruptcy. Carefully consider how much you are able to contribute to your debt. Then, ask friends and family to help you make up the difference. Before you approach them with your wallets turned out, come up with a plan for how you will repay them once your financial situation has turned around. Lastly, pay your way out of debt. If you take a closer look at your budget, you may be able to cut out those nice to have like cable or satellite television, landline and cell phone. These are examples of some expenses you can cut without too much pain. If you are already living on a bare bones budget, how about increasing your income by working overtime or part-time? Hobbies and skill can also help you get some extra money to avoid bankruptcy.